What if chasing beauty didn't just change your face, but destroyed your life? Around the world, people gamble everything on perfect features, trusting scalpels, needles, and promises that sound too good to be true. Some walk away confident, others lose their health, identity, and future. Today, we expose the extreme cosmetic transformations that went terribly wrong, what caused them, and the mistakes you must never repeat. Hidden dangers lurk everywhere. Watch closely. The most painful lesson comes at the end. But this next transformation was far more disturbing. Julia Terasovich, a 43-year-old Russian beauty queen, believed cosmetic surgery would simply refine what she already had. Like many others, she trusted that a few carefully chosen procedures could enhance her appearance and boost her confidence. Julia underwent eyelid surgery, eye area correction, and liposuction routine treatments in today's beauty industry. But instead of subtle improvement, her life changed overnight. Following the operations, Julia's face began to swell severely. Her facial movement became limited, and, most shockingly, her eyes could no longer fully close. What should have been a cosmetic upgrade quickly turned into a physical and emotional nightmare. Struggling to recognize herself, Julia withdrew from public life as her condition worsened. She later filed a lawsuit, accusing her surgeons of negligence and improper care. The doctors claimed her complications were caused by scleroderma, a rare genetic condition that hardens the skin. Julia firmly denied this, stating she had never shown any signs of illness before surgery. Despite spending enormous amounts on corrective treatments, she admits her face may never return to what it once was, a permanent reminder of how quickly beauty can turn into loss. Case number 2 shocked the world even more. Pixee Fox became internationally famous for transforming herself into a real-life cartoon fantasy, pushing cosmetic surgery far beyond conventional limits. Inspired by exaggerated doll-like beauty ideals, Pixee pursued a look few dared to imagine, let alone attempt. Her transformation included jaw contouring, ear reshaping, and one of the most extreme procedures ever publicly admitted: the removal of 6 ribs to create an ultra-small waist. Doctors repeatedly warned her about the serious risks involved. Several surgeons even refused to operate, citing concerns for her long-term health and safety. But Pixee remained unwavering, driven by a powerful vision of self-expression and control over her own body. To her, the transformation wasn't about pleasing others. It was about becoming who she felt she truly was. As her appearance grew more extreme, public opinion split sharply. Some praised her dedication and confidence, while others questioned the physical and psychological cost behind such drastic changes. In recent years, Pixee has stepped away from further extreme procedures, choosing instead to focus on maintaining her health. Her story continues to ignite debate, revealing how beauty, identity, and personal freedom can collide sometimes at a very real and irreversible cost. Her search for youth ended in irreversible damage. Lin May, born Lilia Guadalupe Mola May, was once a dazzling icon of beauty across Mexico and Latin America during the 1970s. As a celebrated dancer and actress, her image was central to her career, and staying youthful felt like a necessity rather than a choice. As time passed, Lin turned to cosmetic procedures, hoping to preserve her appearance and correct a congenital facial issue she had lived with for years. But everything changed when she trusted the wrong person. An unqualified practitioner convinced her that injecting baby oil into her cheekbones was safe and harmless. It wasn't. The substance caused severe inflammation, hardening, and distortion of her facial features. What began as a promise of rejuvenation slowly turned into a visible nightmare. Despite undergoing numerous corrective surgeries, much of the damage could not be undone. Lin May's face became dramatically altered, shocking fans who remembered her former beauty. Rather than hiding, she chose to speak openly about her experience. Today, she continues to appear on television and social media, using her painful past as a warning. Her story exposes the devastating consequences of unregulated cosmetic treatments and the lifelong cost of trusting beauty over safety. What happened to her wasn't a mistake. It was a nightmare. April Michelle Brown believed she was making a simple, affordable beauty upgrade. Like many others, she turned to an unlicensed provider for buttock injections, unaware she was stepping into one of the most dangerous corners of cosmetic culture. The substance injected into her body wasn't medical-grade filler at all, but industrial silicone material meant to seal bathrooms, not be placed inside human tissue. Almost immediately, her body began to shut down. The toxic silicone triggered a severe infection that spread rapidly, pushing doctors into a desperate fight to save her life. To stop the infection, surgeons were forced to amputate both of April's arms and legs. In an instant, a cosmetic shortcut cost her everything. In the years that followed, April endured 27 surgeries and an overwhelming emotional recovery. But she refused to let the tragedy define her. Learning to live with prosthetic limbs, she rebuilt her life with resilience and courage. Today, April shares her story publicly, warning others about the deadly risks of black market cosmetic procedures and proving that survival itself can become a powerful form of strength. She didn't want to look beautiful. She wanted to become a Barbie. Tara Jane McKenzie, a Melbourne-based influencer, has spent more than $85,000 USD pursuing what she proudly calls her real-life Barbie transformation. For Tara, cosmetic surgery wasn't about subtle enhancement. It was about exaggeration, fantasy, and standing out in a world obsessed with perfection. Bright outfits and hyper-feminine styling became part of her signature image as her body changed dramatically over time. Her transformation includes 5 breast augmentations, 6 rhinoplasties, and countless Botox and dermal filler treatments. Despite serious warnings from doctors about her low body weight and the dangers of repeatedly increasing implant size, Tara remains determined to push further. Her current goal, 1,500 cc breast implants, has alarmed many medical professionals. Rather than slowing down, Tara has embraced the attention. Appearances on shows like Botched and Mirror Mirror expanded her platform, allowing her to turn her extreme look into a personal brand. Today, she continues to grow her online following, promoting her lifestyle and aesthetic without apology. Tara's story exposes the powerful pull of idealized beauty and how social validation can outweigh even the most serious health warnings. For him, beauty wasn't a goal, it was an addiction. Jordan James Parke, widely known as the British Lip King, became an internet sensation after a severely botched lip procedure went viral, landing him on the show Botched in 2015. For many, that moment would have been a wake-up call. For Jordan, it became a turning point in the opposite direction. Inspired by celebrity aesthetics, particularly Kim Kardashian, Jordan leaned fully into extreme cosmetic transformation. Over the years, he underwent multiple rhinoplasties, lip lifts, eyelid surgery, liposuction, chin implants, and countless filler injections. Despite repeated warnings from medical professionals, Jordan openly admitted that cosmetic procedures had become an addiction, one he wasn't interested in curing. His ever-changing appearance continues to shock and divide audiences. Critics see a cautionary tale of obsession, while supporters view him as unapologetically authentic. Jordan rejects traditional beauty standards entirely, believing beauty is personal, fluid, and constantly evolving. Today, he remains active on social media, documenting his procedures and speaking candidly about body modification culture. His story highlights a modern reality where identity, validation, and cosmetic surgery collide, raising unsettling questions about how far self-expression can go before it becomes self-destruction. Fame didn't protect her from the pressure to change. Donatella Versace, one of the most powerful women in fashion, has been scrutinized for her appearance almost as much as for her designs. As the creative force behind the iconic Versace brand, her image became inseparable from the label itself, bold, dramatic, and unforgettable. But behind that signature look was decades of intense public pressure to remain youthful in an industry obsessed with beauty and reinvention.
Donatella's transformation unfolded gradually through Botox, fillers, and laser treatments, eventually creating a face that was striking, but also widely debated. Critics questioned whether she had gone too far, while tabloids dissected every change in ruthless detail. Yet Donatella never apologized. She openly rejected the idea that natural beauty is more virtuous, insisting that self-expression matters more than meeting society's expectations. For her, cosmetic enhancement wasn't about insecurity. It was about control, artistry, and identity. Even as opinions remain divided, Donatella stands firm, continuing to lead Versace with confidence and fearlessness. Her story highlights a different side of cosmetic surgery, not tragedy or obsession, but a deliberate choice shaped by power, pressure, and the belief that beauty is something you define for yourself. Her face became a headline before her story was ever heard. Joselyn Wildenstein, famously known as Catwoman, is one of the most controversial figures in the history of cosmetic transformation. Over the years, her dramatic, feline-like appearance captured global attention, sparking endless speculation about extreme plastic surgery. While Joselyn has consistently claimed that her look is largely genetic, many surgeons and observers strongly disagree, pointing to visible changes that suggest extensive surgical intervention. Her transformation is often linked to a desire for reinvention and individuality, but it also reflects the intense pressures of wealth, status, and public scrutiny. As her face evolved, so did public reaction, ranging from fascination and ridicule to concern and disbelief. For many, Joselyn became a symbol of how far cosmetic surgery can go when there are no limits. Despite the criticism, she has remained unapologetic. Joselyn never framed herself as a victim, nor did she seek approval. Instead, she challenged conventional beauty standards by existing entirely outside them. Her story continues to divide opinion. Is it a powerful act of self-expression or a cautionary tale of excess? Either way, Joselyn Wildenstein forces an uncomfortable question. When does transformation stop being choice and start becoming consequence? Even the harshest critic couldn't escape his own reflection. Simon Cowell built a global reputation on brutal honesty, becoming the sharp-tongued judge who could crush dreams with a single look. For years, his appearance was as recognizable as his personality: dark t-shirts, stern expression, and an unchanging face. But behind the scenes, Simon was quietly struggling with the same fear many celebrities face: aging in the public eye. What began as light Botox in the late 2000s slowly escalated. Over time, eyelid surgery, heavy fillers, and multiple facelifts dramatically altered his features. By 2019, fans barely recognized him, comparing his face to a wax figure. Even Simon admitted he had gone too far, confessing there was a moment when he no longer recognized himself in the mirror. That realization marked a turning point. In recent years, Simon pulled back from cosmetic procedures, dissolved fillers, and embraced a healthier lifestyle. Now in his 60s, he appears more natural and relaxed, both physically and emotionally. His journey is a rare public admission that cosmetic enhancement can cross a line, and that true confidence sometimes comes from knowing when to stop. Chasing beauty can feel empowering, exciting, even life-changing. But as these stories reveal, it can also carry risks far more serious than most people expect. Cosmetic procedures are not trends, shortcuts, or harmless upgrades. They are medical decisions with real, sometimes permanent consequences. Whether the outcome is confidence, regret, or survival itself, often comes down to research, restraint, and responsibility. Before you trust a needle, a scalpel, or a promise, ask yourself what you're truly trying to fix. Because no look is worth losing your health or your identity. If this video opened your eyes, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more real stories they don't want you to see. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.